Hey, social media. This is Tiffany Martinez. I want to make a video for you guys. I hope you guys are doing. Hope you guys are doing fantastic where you are in the world. Today I received the final artwork, the character art that I had ordered. It was kind of like a buy one get one free type thing, and it was on like our to-do list, our bucket list for my husband and I. But since my husband passed away, I had to improvise on on how I wanted to do things, or how we would have wanted to do things. And the reason why I wanted to do this video is because if you don't know, my husband, he passed away on November 30th, 2021. And I'm still struggling with everything. I'm still struggling with it. And I probably will always still struggle with this. I will still always struggle with the why. I will always struggle with that because I've already explained in previous videos why. But anyways, this video is for people that say, I can't imagine. Yes, you can imagine. You're just too afraid to imagine. Because if you have the courage to imagine your entire life being taken from you, meaning if you have children, if you have a spouse, if you have whatever you have, that means everything to you. And then you actually do imagine that. That's what I'm going through right now, because it actually did happen to me, and it's happened to other people too. I have family members that have lost their children, or if they've lost their spouses. This is not anything new, but the fact that it keeps happening, that's what I'm struggling with. It's like we can't change. We can't change the outcome. And I noticed that people will ask immediately, and it's rude. It's rude. It's like your brain cannot comprehend enough to be respectable. When a person tells you, doesn't matter who it is that just passed away, or just died, you just immediately, I know you're in shock too, but like, refrain from asking what happened. And it's been almost 5 months, I think, because every day seems the same to me. But it is still not okay to ask, at least not for me. I don't even want to share Henry's death certificate, but I have to. With certain people, I have to share it, and I don't want to. And no, he did not die from whatever this virus is going on. Like, how could he? We've been in the house for ever since the lockdown, and we have not made any contact at that time with anyone. I went out for 2 appointments because I had to go see the rheumatologist, and I had to make an in-person appointment with the pain management. So it was impossible. I'm not angry necessarily that you ask. It's like, just be respectable. Because it's like somebody is going for, it's like a pack of wolves and they're going for the last slice of pizza, and everybody wants it, and that person doesn't want to share it. That person just doesn't want to share it. They just want to keep it to themselves. So back to the point of the video. Yes, you can imagine. You're just too afraid to imagine. It's like, no, if you speak this out into the universe, you feel like you're speaking it into existence. Like, I can't imagine. You think if you say that, you're protected. You're not protected if you say, I can't imagine. You're just putting a target on yourself because you're going to be next regardless. I'm not saying that to be cruel. I'm just saying, the point is, I'm just saying that it's a pain that nobody wants. It's a pain that nobody deserves. You couldn't have Henry, anybody that knew Henry and met Henry, they loved him. Even his co-workers, even the ones that were jealous of him. And I don't know why. I don't know why. But Henry, I have progress reports that he kept in his car because he didn't want to bring them inside because he just thought that they weren't important. But they were important because they were just important. Like, you know how you get on your job and you there for X amount of years, and some people look at them differently, but the fact that he was on his job for 18 consecutive years, I mean, that was almost the entire time that we were together. Like I said, people look at that differently. You think, yeah, it is the plantation, but it depends on what you're working towards. Okay? So it just all depends. But it matters because most people don't want to hold down a job for 6 months, let alone 18 years. They're just bouncing, flip-flopping. And to me, that's applaudable. And I'm not going to shun him for having the same job that he was progressing in. So the progress reports always gave him praise. And I am very frustrated with the situation because it's not going to bring my husband back. It's not going to bring peace back. It's not going to bring everything that I work towards back. And that's the part that hurts me the most. That's the part that hurts me the most. Because I've seen so many changes in me in such a short amount of time. And that, like I've been working on myself for a very long time. Like, I would say since my early 20s. And that's about the time that we got together. Like, it was like a whole new Tiffany. And now it's like, I just don't care. And that's the truth. I just don't care. I get out of bed each day to feed the cats. And that's about it. Like, I'm going through his things, and I should never have to go through his things. I've never gone through his things. I've never went through his wallet. Because I never had a reason to. Never had a reason to. I've never had a reason to go through anything. Like, Henry was just everything to me. And I know everybody don't have the same type marriage that I have, the same type marriage that the next person has. Some people just have different type marriages. I understand that, but this marriage was special. Like, it was just special. And It was just special. It was special to the both of us. Anyways, as I've said before, do not pray for me because I don't want your prayers. I do not want your pity. I just don't. I just don't want your pity, and I don't want your prayers for the simple fact I don't know who you're praying to. You're not praying to the same person that I pray to. So I don't want your prayers. In that department, I'm good. I reached out to a lot of people today, which was Sunday. I think today is April 23rd. And none of them were available. None of them. Like I said, I was only a priority to one person on this planet. One person. And that person is no longer here. That person is no longer here. Well, he's here in the spiritual form, but